about internships, it's already clear, and you got it into your head very well, probably. Um, my piece of advice is try to figure out who you are and what are your strengths. And it kind of can sound banal, but for me, I've spent too many years, too much energy in the companies trying to be someone else. So if you figure out, for example, you are not strong in mathematics, don't try to push that way and try to get to the companies where they will demand deep knowledge of analytics or mathematics from you, because you will just waste your energy and you will keep on doing mistakes in those fields. So try to figure out already now what is your strengths and try to maximize on that instead of trying to channel your energy into something you don't like or you're not able to do. So this is the first thing. And the next thing is start building your brand. If someone could give me this advice, 10 years ago, I would be really thankful. But one thing is to say, try to build your brand, and another thing to understand how to build your brand. And the way you build your brand, you start asking questions to yourself, what I am about. There are two exercises to that, to understand who you are, but also keep in head that through life this can change. That today you might like certain things and you might feel like a certain person, but in 5 years you could be someone else. But still, it's very important to understand who you are, to develop yourself and to develop your CV. So one exercise is ask yourself, what would be that thing that me wouldn't be me. So if tomorrow morning you would wake up and that one thing would be taken away from you, that you wouldn't be yourself anymore, that actually one thing, this is something that shapes you, and this is something you should work towards and make your focus. And the second exercise, during the day when you're doing certain things, try to write them down, whatever you do. It can be related not directly to your studies, for example, or to your ambitions in the future, but what you do on a daily basis, and just to try to track emotionally how do you feel about certain activity. And by the end of the day, just try to look at those activities and understand what are those things that are driving you, that are making you be you. And once you have that thing, then just start building the brand around it. So, for example, you can start writing your blog, start your website already now. Start writing articles about the experiences you have. Start writing articles about the fields of interest, or for example, the company you are targeting in the future that is in your head. Try to write articles which are related to that company business. Try to write case studies. Start creating community or environment in social networks about that. And it's extremely important. Some people will tell you to avoid social networks, but I'm a true believer in them. And this is actually one of the reasons I'm here today with you, because if I wouldn't be posting what I'm posting like on daily basis about my jobs, about what inspires me, Hollywood, she wouldn't read it, she wouldn't find it, and I wouldn't be here with you. So it's very important to throw the information about you, about your dreams, about what you like on social networks, and build your brand out there. Then another thing what you can do is try to find a mentor. There are actually certain networks now online where you can find people in certain fields. They can advise you on, on your career, on the industry you want to work in, and it's very valuable because those people have a lot of experience, much more experience than you do. Another thing you should do is attend webinars and start to collect knowledge and certificates that you could put on your CV and LinkedIn, which are can be potentially related to an employer you want to work with. So something that that will make you stronger in frames of your knowledge and also in your CV, because people don't see your knowledge through the space. They look at your CV, they look at your profile, they look at your social networks. And also start asking people to write reviews, feedback about you on LinkedIn as well. Because nowadays, when an employer is about to hire you, he will go into Google, Yahoo, or wherever. He will just Google your name and all the resources that will be there. It's important that they will be related to job or to your brand. And then, yeah, go traveling and get an interesting hobby. This is probably my last piece of advice, and I hope I'm not talking too much. Try to get a very interesting hobby, because, for example, in companies like Google or Facebook, this is a very important question during interviews. They want to see you not only as a professional, they want to see you as an individual and a person who has interests apart from job, from your core job. And they usually look for people with crazy experiences, people who dropped their country and went to live in Asia, for example, for a year, for 2 years. People who are crazy about parachuting, people who are collecting samurai swords and stuff like that. Just something that would differentiate you among other people. Make you different. So start building your brand now. Differentiate yourself from others. So once your potential employer in the future looks at your CV, he will say, "Wow, this person is different." That's it for me.